You're poking my back breast, you dickhead. Stop.
What?
They don't see me.
My back breast. Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Argumentative Neighbors, A Meaningful Elaboration, A.N.I.M.E. Interesting panel first, from Palm Beach County, Florida, fan of 12 years, Christopher Davis.
Hello.
And from Banjia, Vietnam, fan of 15 years, Lloyd Tran.
Sup?
And I'm the host and narrator of the show, Jake Rose, born here in Worcester, Massachusetts. I'm a fan of 10 years. And I'm a fan of 12 years, damn it. Our topics will include, that's the wrong side, whoops. The terrible ending, K's perversion, development, and our problems with him, the limit of Gantz, the rules of Gantz and their lack of explanation, an analysis of other characters, and the Japanese text. we have to give it a few seconds.
Professional.
Stroking my back isn't professional, am I?
I'm getting the cough out of you.
If you keep talking, I won't buy you cigarettes any longer. Did everyone die? And it was never explained what happened when the hour and a half expired. It was the very end of the series. There was no reason to leave us wondering because there's nothing more to watch.
You know, I found it really stupid that they killed off everybody. Put it. All right, we'll just end it there.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of funny.
I found that the ending of this, of the show Gantz was similar to the ending of another anime that I've watched, Spice and Wolf, where in Gantz, K is just carrying the girl, running, going, leaving the train station, and in Spice and Wolf, Holo and the merchant is leaving the city. They're just leaving a place behind, and then they look back, and then the show ends. K looks back, it fades out, the show ends. Holo looks back, it fades out, the show ends.
And now K. When we first meet K, he's very perverted and self-centered, but in the middle of the series, when he loses his it's fish, virginity, he becomes somewhat selfless. He tries to bring everyone back alive, as Kato tried. Also, after K stops being a pervert, it's not really explained how the suit's powered, or for that matter, how females power their suits. Is it just any physical tension? Yeah, there's plenty of things that I didn't explain in Gantz, but, the suits were a major part of the show, and I think they should have elaborated somewhat. Like, there should have been, like, a note with them or something. I don't know. We should put it on sleep. That's not good for the battery and stuff.
There are a few, like, small changes that I've noticed in K, that he started to like the fighting more, wanted to kill more, and when Kato decided to use the net gun to get rid of them, K just said that he wanted to kill them, and that after losing his virginity, he became less of a fag and more of a dick.
Yeah, that's a real great improvement.
3, 2, 1.
The limit of Gantz. He makes a clone of Kishimoto while the original is still alive, so he didn't draw the power from the life force of the original because both still exist. No, because that's what the anomaly is. If it was just the clone, then that would make sense, because then the life force of the original would power the clone.
And it could be a paradox, kind of the time paradox kind of crap. So is it continuous, or does it rewind and replace them right where they died?
I think it...
No,
or is it replace
they
them
leave the
like
building.
a random
They leave the building.
time afterwards?
I think the power of Gantz is what's responsible for that, and it's not really warping time, because it's just as soon as they leave this world, they come right back as a clone. What I gather from this is that they're not the same person; they're just a copy. So, in fact, originals are already dead, and that these are just exact copies. The question is, are they clones or are they brought back to life? And I think they're clones because the Kishimoto clone exists alongside the actual. Also, Gantz himself isn't explained whatsoever. We don't know why he's like a Frankenstein-looking thing in an orb, or why he creates these challenges. Just the lack of explanation. I mean, it kept me interested at first, but then since they never explained it, I'm a bit upset that I actually dedicated time to watch the whole show. I mean, there were parts of it that were good, but we never got any conclusions. There was a pointless cliffhanger at the end of the show. So many things left unfinished. I mean, they should have at least promoted the Japanese dub or the manga in some way. I mean, it seems like, if you just watch this anime and don't know about the Japanese version or the manga, you're left to believe that it just ends on the cliffhanger.
And then there's also Gantz. I'm not sure if he's like human, if he's alien, where he's getting this advanced technology, whether the government is like limiting human technology, whether they're stealing alien technology, or that he's an alien using alien technology.
So your theories are he's an alien using alien technology, he's an alien powered by technology of the Japanese government?
Something like that.
Yeah.
You know? There's really no explanation because you know what? The transportation, the instant warping, the guns, the weapons, the suits, I mean, those are probably far beyond human technology. And then, there's also the fact that everybody who went into, or most of the people who went into Gantz had some kind of connection with the train station accident with Kei and Kato.
And those businessmen that were following the guy that committed suicide were there.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, is it revolving around the train station? Is it revolving around the people who were at the train station that day?
It's revolving around Kei and Kato.
Yeah.
Alright, well, the rules of Gantz were really confusing, not really mentioned at all. I mean, as far as we understand, it was kill or be killed. There was also the point system, which Lloyd will now go into.
From what I noticed, one kill of like any small alien was about 2 points, and a kill of a fairly large alien was 5 points, and killing a boss is worth 10 points. So from that, I was able to extrapolate how people got points, and that if you don't kill an enemy but you fight them, you can get 1 point for trying to. Like Kato did, he fought like approximately 5 to 6 aliens, but only got like 6 points. And the point system really says that if anyone under Gantz's power were to gain 100 points, they're set free. And in the continuation of the anime, the Japanese subbed, and the manga, a character was able to get 100 points, and he was able to be let free, and then his memory of Gantz was erased.
So this confirms that there is a way out, but how did that evil boy from the beginning of the English dub know that the 100 points would set you free? Does this mean that he knew this person, the old man? At the end of the series, the young boy has a grenade in the old man's mouth, and it's set to pull out the pen if the woman next to him moves. I was wondering, why doesn't he spit the grenade out and roll out of the way? I mean, it might have been hard for him, but I mean, you would think the adrenaline brought on by a life-threatening experience would give him the power to, I don't know, open his jaw wide enough or give him the tongue strength to get the grenade out and move. Oh, he didn't really seem that focused on self-preservation, but at the same time, I mean, really no one wants to die, so. Alright, and now Chris is going to meaningfully elaborate on the subtitles issue.
Alright then, as Jake said, I'm now going to complain about the Japanese writing that kept appearing on Gantz. I mean, why would they leave the Japanese writing in an English dub? I mean, there was a lot of jokes, a little bit of instructions probably that we missed because we can't read Japanese.
How much funding do you need to put white letters over something that's already been animated? It's just silly.
They have subtitles in bold or italics or something right next to or under the Japanese words whenever there is Japanese wording.
I'm Chris Davis. Well, you're Chris Davis.
Yeah. No. I'm Chris Davis.
I'm LT Tran.
Wait, why do you say LT Tran? Lloyd Tran? Shouldn't it be LD Tran?
Whatever. People don't need to know what my middle name is.
And I'm Jake Rose. Thank you for watching episode 5 of A.N.I.M.E. Next time we'll be discussing Fullmetal Alchemist. Tune in.
That fat guy.
I thought we always said next week.
Shut up. Hello and welcome to episode 5 and 6, right?
Yeah, it's
Hello and welcome to episode 6 of Argumentative Neighbors and Meaningful Elaboration. A.N.I.M.E.